City Ledger Account Statement by Date. The account statement by date, just like the account statement here, is to be used to invoice a third-party account set up under the Direct Bill section of the configuration menu for past reservations assigned to it. It can, however, be run for any start and end date, unlike the account statement. They do have to be past closed business days, though. This can be beneficial, for example, for sending a statement to direct bill accounts with only transactions for a given billing period. This statement cannot be run for a future date, so no future invoices will appear on it. To pull up a statement, choose the desired start and end dates. Please remember that the start and end dates need to be in the past and need to have had the business day closed. Then select a direct bill account after you've clicked Preview. Select it from the drop-down menu for the report to appear. Account Statement by Date shows the daily accrual of unpaid charges. For example, let's say I have a reservation for 3 days at $100 per day, direct billed to a third-party account with no payment applied. If the guest checked in yesterday, which is the last closed business day, the reservation will show up on this account statement by date that I ran for yesterday, that is with yesterday's start and today's end date, with an outstanding balance here of $100. This is because the last closed business day is yesterday, and only the first night's revenue equal to $100 has been accrued through yesterday. Today's hasn't. Similarly, let's say I have a reservation with a $100 daily rate that started on November 25th, and the guest checked out on January 1st. If I run the account statement by date for the month of December, assuming all the days have been closed, only the days from December 1st through December 31st will be included in the billed out total for this reservation, which would end up being $3,100. The remaining $600 from the 6 days in November would be needed to be accounted for separately. Let's look at the statement in a little bit more detail. You'll see in the top left corner, it'll display your property's contact information as entered in the business information section of the general configuration tab of the configuration menu. The Bill To part of the invoice, seen here, will display the account name, the address, the city, state, and zip of the direct bill account as you entered it on the account section of the direct billing tab within the configuration menu. Date, seen here, is the last closed business day of the selected time period for which the reservations, if any exist, are included in the statement. If all the business days are closed during the selected time period, the date will always be 1 day earlier than the end date that we selected, which in this case was the 31st. For example, if I run the statement with the start and end dates of December 1st and December 16th, assuming all days have been closed during that period, my date on the statement will be December 15th. Account, seen here, is the number automatically assigned to the specific direct bill account at the time of its creation. The account number will also show on the balance due summary report, so you can compare easily. Terms, seen here, represent the number of days from the date of the statement given to the account to pay on the reservation. The terms are preset to be net 30 days, which is 30 days, and cannot be manually adjusted. Terms determine the due date here. For example, if I looked at and print the account statement by date with the start and end dates of October 1st and November 1st, respectively, with terms preset to net 30 days, the due date will be 30 days after the statement's date, or November 30th. In the detailed section, seen here, you'll see a list of the reservations with their invoice date, invoice number, guest name, uncollected revenue, advance deposit, and balance. You'll also see any overpayments, if they exist, with the account's invoice number, guest name, advance deposit, and balance. Note that all overpayments for the account will be summed up and displayed as only one line item, unlike the uncollected revenue line items. Let's talk about this section in a little bit more detail. The invoice date, the first column, is equal to the arrival date of the reservation listed. Invoice number, the second column, is the specific number assigned to each individual reservation added to the account. Guest name is the name assigned to the individual reservation from within the Edit Daily Reservation screen. Uncollected revenue, here, is the unpaid portion of the reservation. Advance deposit represents the prepaid amount not applied to any reservation on the account, simply saved as an overpayment. Balance, finally, is the amount the account owes to the property for a listed reservation or the prepaid amount of an overpayment. Any reservation that's not been fully paid off will be listed in this section with a positive balance equal to the uncollected revenue for the reservation. Overpayments, if any exist on the account, will be listed at the top with no invoice date here, with the direct bill account invoice number, the word overpayment plus direct bill account's name as the guest name, and with a negative balance equal to the advance deposit. So remember, overpayments will be negative, uncollected revenue will be a positive. Please note the overpayments will show up on this statement at any time, even if the statement is run for a period of time that precedes the date when the overpayment was created. For example, if I applied a payment to a direct billed reservation that resulted in a $100 overpayment on December 31st, and then in January I look at the account statement by date for the same direct bill account with start and end dates of December 1st and December 16th, which is technically before the overpayment was received, the statement will still display the $100 overpayment, even though it was created after the end date. The purpose of doing this is to always display any active overpayments that apply to the account, regardless of the start and end date, since the overpayment amount can at any time be applied to any unpaid reservation. Under the detailed section in the bottom right corner, you'll see the account balance for this statement, which will be equal to the sum of the balances of the individual reservations and overpayments. Each unpaid reservation will increase the account balance. Each overpayment will decrease it. The account balance amount will be broken down by aging time here, meaning how long the balance has been outstanding since the checkout day of a particular reservation. The breakdown includes recent due, which is less than 30 days, past 30 days, 60 days, or past 120 days.